And there were a few pathways into it. One of them was being asked by somebody to define what I thought was happening in the midbrain when they were having freeze responses. So I was telling the person what I thought was happening in the superior colliculi and the periaqueductal grey. And even although the language is very technical, we noticed that as I was communicating this information, the person was actually getting better, that the freeze responses were clearing. So it was almost as if being able to slow it down enough to say, I think that's activating your superior colliculus, and I think that's activating the dorsal PAG, and now you're getting sleepy. I think that's activating the ventrolateral PAG. And it was as if slowing it down like that and attending to each component of the sequence was enough to clear the sequence that had been there from infancy, it seemed. So that allowed a clearing unexpectedly through the neuroanatomy. The other main driver was looking for a way to get into experiences of attachment shock that didn't involve ego states, because most of the time I'd been working with ego states or self states or different parts of the self. And I found that when dealing with attachment shock from a recent event, there wasn't necessarily an ego state involvement. And I found that going into what was happening in the body with that shock below the ego state level led into this awareness of another pathway that occurs before the affects, before the defense responses. So that was critical for me too, to go below the level of self states and find that there was the shock pathway that could be separated from the affect pathway.